Once upon a time in a lush garden, a beautiful butterfly fluttered through the vibrant flowers, reveling in her colorful wings that shimmered in the sunlight. She danced gracefully from petal to petal, enjoying her freedom and the admiration of other garden creatures. However, as she soared high above, she often looked down on a small, humble worm slowly making his way through the dirt. The butterfly couldn't understand why anyone would want to live such a mundane life, crawling through the soil and eating leaves. What a pitiful existence, she thought, reveling in her beauty and grace. How can he be so content being so lowly? The worm, oblivious to the butterfly's disdain, continued his slow journey, dreaming of the day he would one day break free from the earth and become something magnificent. He often gazed up at the butterfly, wishing he could fly and be as beautiful as she was. Days turned into weeks, and one fateful day, the butterfly noticed a cocoon hanging from a branch. Curiosity piqued, she decided to land nearby and observe. To her surprise, it was the very worm she had often looked down upon. As she watched, the worm began to struggle within the cocoon, fighting to break free. What a futile effort, she scoffed, shaking her head. He'll never become anything more than a worm. But the worm, despite the butterfly's doubt, continued to fight with all his might. After what seemed like an eternity, the cocoon finally began to crack, and out emerged a breathtaking butterfly, his wings still crumpled and wet from the cocoon. As the newly transformed butterfly stretched his wings, he realized he was no longer the worm he once was. He flapped his wings in excitement, feeling the warmth of the sun on his body for the first time. He took to the air, flying higher and faster than he ever imagined possible. Suddenly, the first butterfly recognized him. "Wait," she exclaimed, her heart racing. "You were the worm I looked down on." The newly transformed butterfly smiled, his eyes sparkling with wisdom. "Indeed, I was. But do not forget, dear friend, I am still a part of you. You once were the same as me." The first butterfly felt a rush of humility wash over her as she understood the truth. She realized that her beauty and grace had come from the same struggles and transformations that the worm had endured. Without the humble beginnings of the worm, she would not have been the vibrant creature she was now. From that day on, the butterfly embraced her past, remembering the importance of compassion and humility. She began to appreciate the garden around her and all its inhabitants, no longer looking down on the worm but instead respecting the journey each creature took to become who they were meant to be. And so, in the heart of the garden, two butterflies soared together, sharing stories of their journeys and reveling in their newfound friendship, forever bound by the understanding that beauty comes in many forms, and that every transformation, no matter how humble, deserves to be celebrated.